People don't always understand why they make decisions. We may not be as rational or as aware as we think we are. We may be influenced by others. How do others influence us?
Yeah. Well, we're all influenced by others. In fact, we're all influencers as well. It's because we are social animals. And that means that in order to achieve many of the things that we want to achieve in our lives, it's going to involve the participation of other people. And so constantly we're all trying to influence others, and they will try and influence us as well. And I mean, whether you're talking about your professional life, you're an entrepreneur, you want to have investors. If you work in the corporate environment, for example, you want to have those job opportunities. You want people to hire you. You want to have those promotions, etc. You want people to attend your events, of course, and you influence them to do so. And in your private life as well, you want, maybe that gym crush to go out with you as well. So you always trying to influence others. And there are three ways, essentially, that we do influence others. You have coercion, you have persuasion, and then you have manipulation. And manipulation, I want to spend a lot of time talking about this, but let me just explain to you what the others are as well. In coercion, all the influencer has to do is to attach a negative consequence to the option that they do not want you to choose. So, for example, if I say your money or your life, that's an example of coercion. So a negative consequence has been attached to the outcome that that option that the influencer does not want to choose. Losing your life is just simply unacceptable. Handing over the money instead, and this is what philosophers call an irresistible incentive. It can only be avoided through madness or heroism, or something similarly spectacular. I remember in my corporate days in investment banking, I had a boss once who liked to say very often in these team meetings, anybody who can't see that this is an absolutely fantastic idea must be a complete idiot. And of course, I didn't want to out myself as an idiot in front of all my work colleagues. And I'm not a hero or mad or anything similarly
But it's presented as a free choice. You can object.
Indeed, of course.
You cannot hand over the money.
There is a genuine choice here, of course.
Yes.
But of course, there is this unacceptable outcome that people don't want. They will have been coerced. But it is a real choice. Which means that if you ask people afterwards, why did you choose that option instead of the other? They can tell you that, well, I don't like the idea of losing my life, and they can tell you exactly why they chose a particular option over another. So they're aware that they're being influenced, of course. Then there is persuasion. In persuasion, what happens is that the influencer will bring information into the play, arguments, opinions from credible sources, evidence.
We like evidence.
In order to build a case in favor of one option over another. And the target of the influence will weigh all of that information and then make a rational, reasoned choice about the option that they prefer. It's a very slow, deliberate, and purposeful process. Here too, the target of the influence is aware of what the other is trying to do. And if you ask them afterwards, well, why did you choose this? They will point to those particular piece of evidence or information that guided their choice. And they'll be aware that they had a free choice to make, a rational choice. In manipulation, though, here evidence is also brought into play. Information is brought into play. But the goal of that information is solely to create associations in the mind of the target to make the preferred choice just more likely, or to stir emotions in the target to let them essentially take their eye off the ball and guide them towards the choice that is preferred by the influencer.
So this information really doesn't have to be true?
It doesn't. It can be true.
It can
doesn't
be
need
true.
to be
It
live,
doesn't
but
need
it
to be
could
live.
be completely irrelevant.
But it could be irrelevant.
It could
Yeah.
be completely irrelevant. It's just there to stir emotions and to create associations in the mind.